Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which would consist of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude of the men, women, and children of Israel, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, and Lord willing, touch on this article regarding this mass shooter up in Maine, which is a hop and a skip, from where we are here in Boston. Maine's not that far, but needless to say, there's an individual that seems to have been serving in the Army Reserve, pursuant to the Pentagon for a couple of decades, and this man done went rogue, man. And from face value, he looks like an Edomite, and this has Esau Edom, the so-called white man's fingerprints all over it. This could be him setting up shop, in efforts to set up snares and traps, for the men of the Lord one way or another. But, ultimately we're watching. We're watching real close through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're being circumspect. You see, because we understand that this man is a cunning serpent. You see, but what we do know is that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is controlling the scenario at the end of the day. And we know that Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be met, with grievous plagues, scourges, and calamities, man. And we know that misery is going to fall upon this place. Because, Maine, let me tell you something about Maine, man. Those are the sticks. See, that's what we call them up here. That's the sticks, man. They ain't nothing but Trump supporters in Maine, man. You see? They're living lavish. They're living deliciously in Maine. But here it is, evil met them at their front door. Why? Because misery's being sent through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, like he said it would, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the first precept I want to start with, let's get this in 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 8. Yuaki, I know where I'm going. In verse 50, man. And it reads, Salakia, bear with me. It's just the devil working his magic. Phone was working perfectly before the lesson, for the most part. The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50, and it reads, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And there's no people more prouder than the Edomites, than the so-called white man. They're coined as the most proud. You see? And you see this displayed in the American culture. You see, what are some of their famous quotes? Proud to be an American, right? Momo pride, right? The few, the proud, the Marines. See that? And we know pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hates a proud look. You see, and this is a characteristic of these Edomites, man, which guarantees a visit from the divine, man. And when you get this word misery real quick, let's go here. When you get this word misery, it reads, a state or feeling of great distress or discomfort of mind or body, right? Okay, here it is up in Maine. Hey, they're on alert for a white Subaru, man. You see? They're scurrying when they see a white car. They're scurrying. You see? Suffering from post-traumatic stress, man. After the chaos that took place up there, man. See, and they thought they were in a good case. Living up there in the sticks, nothing to worry about, right? Big houses with all that land. But here it is, a spirit created for evil. Okay? Came and opened up. And we know all men's goings of the Lord. So this was of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Either way, the cookie crumbles. Now, it could be a FF. You know. Let's go get this real quick. Let me back out of here. Now, it could be a Salakia. Now, it could be a FF. Right? But that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But what we're going to do is we're going to be on watch. You see? Either way. We're going to report. Because we know evil E is cunning. You see? So for the sake of having a scopeo on this man, we're going to bring it out. Right? Now this is from New York, the New York Times. Right? This is from the New York Times, and it's been updated 34 minutes ago. Right? So the title reads, Maine shootings. Right? Agents search suspects' properties as manhunt continues. Right? Scores of officers scored southern Maine after 2 shootings deleted 18 people. Governor Janet Mills called it a dark day, man. And there's going to be many more dark days, man. Because this is the time we're living in. And hey, look at that. 18 were deleted. Hey, what's 6 plus 6 plus 6 equal? You guessed it. You guessed it. You see, and this is why we throw out the options of Esau being, involved in this, man. And efforts for him to create some form of trap or snare. You know? Because we know how this man operates. We're not ignorant. Let's get this real quick. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11 real quick. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And we know Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. You see? This man is adverse to our power. He's adverse to us. He slanders us. See? And he has a smear campaign, okay, for the believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, starting with the men of the Lord. You see? So we can't cancel out the fact or the idea that he could be setting up a snare or a trap. You see? For the believers, man, one way or another. You see, we got to remember, this man's a wizard, man. This man's deeply invested into witchcraft. You see? He knows how to create illusions. You see? Let's get this. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant. You see, we are not ignorant of his devices, man. See, we know the mindset, the characteristics, the attributes of evil E, man. See, we know what he's talking about in his bedchamber, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, through the Rakak with Dash. You see, and there's going to be things that stand out through the spirit. And that stood out to me. 18 deleted. 6 plus 6 plus 6, yay. Come on now. That's a fingerprint. That will be considered a fingerprint. Let's jump. Let's read a little bit into this. Let's not go too crazy though. Right, here's what we know about the shootings. Right, a manhunt for the gunman suspected of deleting 18 people and injuring 13 others in Maine neared a full day on Thursday, with helicopters sweeping miles of countryside and the Coast Guard patrolling the Kennebec River. Thousands of people were forced into an extended lockdown as police officers from local, state, and federal agencies combed the vast and largely rural region for answers. You see that? So they had this place. They had they had thousands of people on lockdown. See how fast they were able to lock you people down, man? You see how fast the mirth was gone? You see how fast the mirth was gone? Let's go get this. Let's get this real quick. The book of Isaiah. Is that 24? Bear with me. The book of Isaiah. This is what I want. The book of Isaiah chapter 24 in verse 10 and 11. And it reads, the city of confusion is broken down. What's the city of confusion? America, Babylon, man. You see? When you look up that word Babylon, it's Babel, confusion by mixture. You see? This place is a melting pot of confusion. Okay, you have all these different nations running around worshiping their deities, their false gods, their idols. You see, you have a plethora of transformers and momos. You don't know what's what or who's who. You see, this place is a gumbo pot, man. It's just a mass confusion. Ambulance and fire trucks driving by every 15 minutes. Just chaos. Just crazy. But guess what? It's being broken down. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Yeah, lockdowns are coming. And it's not going to be like the time of the C-19er. It's going to be real this time. It's not going to be a drill. You see? And these people up in Maine had a taste of that. Okay? Hours ago. Hours ago, man. They were forced into a lockdown. Why? Because there was a deranged serial deleter. Edomite deleter on the loose, man. Ex-militant that went rogue, man. You see? As so they say, right? Isaiah 24 and 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. See? The mirth of the land is gone. Right? And this word mirth in the Google, gladness or gaiety, right? As shown by or accompanied with laughter. It's out of there. Okay? No more laughter. No more games. All right? No more folly. No. Misery, man. This is what's coming to Babylon, man. Miserable are the cities that received her sons, man. Miserable are the cities that afflicted the sons of Zion, the sons and daughters of Israel, man. Miserable is she. Let's go back to this article real quick, man. Let's continue on. Law enforcement agents Thursday night executed search warrants at several properties in Bowdoin, about 30 minutes from the crime scenes, that belonged to the family of Robert R. Card II, 40, who police suspect is the gunman. See that? Old Edomite, man. They got pictures out there on him. A spokeswoman for the state police said they now believe that Mr. Card is not on the property, right? As the authorities pursued the suspect, details emerged on how the shooting unfolded in a crowded bowling alley and at a bar, where a night of socializing turned into one of panic. Right? A night of folly, right, turned into one of panic. See that? Suddenly, bowlers ran down lanes to hide in pin machines. Family members suffered through excruciating waits to learn their loved one's fate, man. See that? This is a dark day for Maine, Governor Janet Mills said at a news conference Thursday. And mind you, again, Maine, man, hey, they're living lavish, man, up there. You see, going canoeing, sightseeing, hunting. You see, they're in a rural area, man, away from the city, land. But terror came their way, man. See? And you ain't safe nowhere, man. You ain't safe. You see, when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got the Scorpio on you, you out. You outie. You out of there. An arrest warrant for 8 counts of deletion was issued for Mr. Card, according to the authorities, right, who posted a photo of the suspect wearing a brown hooded sweatshirt and carrying a military-style semi. See? Pentagon records suggest that he has spent more than 2 decades in the Army Reserve. See that? One of their own. Gone rogue. You see that? And we'll leave the article right there. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is turning up on these Babylonians, man, on these modern day Egyptians. You see? And them are all Edomites up there in Maine for the most part. I mean, you may have a sprinkle of Jake up there, but not really. That's Edomite Central, Maine. You see, hey, you find yourself in Maine, if you in the spirit, hey, you're going to know you shouldn't be up there. Put it like that. Your ear's going to start ringing. Your left eye's going to start twitching. You know, through the spirit, you're going to be like, damn, man, well, I ain't supposed to be up here. I'm a little too far away from the city. You know? Hey. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he's opening up on these Egyptians, man, on these modern day Egyptians. He's setting the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Like he said he would, man. Like he said he would. Matter of fact, let's get this. We'll probably close out right here, if the spirit allows. I just want to bring this out, you know, through the spirit, you know, just to, you know, sound the alarm. You know, there's a serial deleter on the loose. You know, as you Akiam and Akwath are aware, you know, brothers are going into this, man. You know, this is worth bringing out. Why? Hey, because it's prophecy, man. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will bring death and destruction to Babylon, misery to Babylon, man. It ain't all good, it ain't all good in Ohio no more, man, like they say. You see? Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is turning up on Babylon. We can see it clearly now, man. We can see clearly now. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is making inquisition on these demons. Isaiah 19. And I'm going to start from verse 1 through the spirit, right? The burden of Egypt, right? And this is talking about Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man, the modern day Egypt, right? Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, right? The chariot, right? And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the hearts of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Here's the point. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You see that? And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. And this is what was displayed. All right. This man opened up on his own people, man. He opened up on his own people. You see? City against city, right? Silver unrest. That's coming. Hey, there's going to be a multitude of these individuals like this running around with them sim. Hey, remember, there's more swords. I'm going to use the buzzword. You Akiyam and Akwath know what I'm talking about. There's more swords in Babylon than people. All you got to do is look it up. There's more swords, and we know what the modern day sword is, right? There's more swords in Babylon than people, man. G-U-Ns. There's more G-U-N-S's, man, in Babylon than people. Matter of fact, let me just look that up real quick. As a matter of fact, no, you Akiyam and Akwa, look that up. Because I didn't want to make this too long. I want to stay to the point. Look it up. It'll take you 2 seconds. Just Google it. Are there more GUNs in America than people? It'll come up. Right? Let's continue on. Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. City against city. See that? And kingdom against kingdom. This thing's gonna spill over into a global world war. Kingdom against kingdom. We know there's gonna be a clash of the titans. All right, Russia, Gog and Magog, the bear, the Medes against who? Mystery Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, that great whore that sitteth on many waters. See? This is going to be the Egyptian against the Egyptian in its perfection, man. But right now, we're just seeing the build up to that. And there's going to be a lot more of this chaos that we're seeing, man. You see, we're just measuring the time, man. And calling it as we see it. See? Jake, hey, if you haven't repented yet, if you came across this video, you just stumbled. You know what I mean? You were wiggling around in the cut. You know what I mean? Sliding and gliding. And you came across this lesson. Hey, repent if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. Or even if you look like another nation, but this word resonates with you, right? But you still tiptoeing and, you moonwalking, playing games. Hey, you better repent. You better turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai while you can. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. There's no time to waste. All right, we're in the time where we need to get our spirit right with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You want him to know you, okay? When these calamities and scourges and plagues begin to increase, you want to make sure Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai knows you and he remembers you, man. Okay, when the wrath settles on this earth, man, primarily right here in Babylon. Get right, Jake. Repent. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learnt this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Shalom.